Hello again, YouTube. So today I've been on a used bookstore shopping excursion today, and I've come back with a veritable smorgasbord of vintage and also some more modern books. So here are a lot of the vintages here that I've got, and first one I'm going to show right now is Slaughterhouse 5 by Kurt Vonnegut Jr. here, and this is a Dell reissue. A pretty big name in literature in general. So I've actually been thinking about giving him a whirl for a long time now. So now I have one of his novels. But I mean, his better known novels, of course. So, and next up is a very thin A. Van Vogt novel, Masters of Time. And this one is a McFadden Books paperback issue of it. It's a pretty nice cover. Also very, very thin as well. So this will probably be a very short read indeed. And next up is a novel by one Gerard Klein. And I do believe that this author is from mainland Europe, because this is a translation by one of the writers of the New Wave, John Brunner. And this is his novel, The Overlords of War, on Daw Books, and issued on an old issue on Daw Books. So a Daw paperback. Next up is another A. Van Vogt novel, and it is also one of his more better known ones. And it is The World of Null A. And this one's Berkeley reissue with a very, very stellar cover for it. So yeah, picked up that one too. And of course, I've got a few John Brunners as well. Sadly, I don't have some of his more well-known novels, but I'll have to settle with these. And here's one by him, also a Daw Books issue, and that is The Avengers of Carrig, with a nice dinosaur cover. And next we have another John Brunner novel, and this one is an Ace book issue, and it is called The Super Barbarians. This is still paperback, though with a different size format, of course, a little bit chunkier looking. And another chunky book. This one being from Avon, and it is a novel by the one and only Robert A. Heinlein, Genius in Orbit. And this is a full novel featuring the character Waldo Farthingweight Jones, and another really chunky format of a paperback also. And next is my first ever Philip Jose Farmer novel, and I actually read a story of his from the first volume of Dangerous Visions, and this is The Makers of the Universe, an original issue on Ace Books, it looks like. And I've got my first ever Lester Del Rey novel, and with Step to the Stars. And this one right here is this one's issued from a paperback library, with a pretty nice cover to it. So got this one another Heinlein novel, and also a signet issue like another of his novels, Farnham's Freehold, and of course one of his early ones is Orphans of the Sky. Very short, very short novel. And I also got my first novel by John Wyndham. And this is the Ballantine Books issue of Out of the Deeps. He's probably best known for The Day of the Triffids and The Midwich Cuckoos. So, had to pick this one up. Got another John Brunner novel. And this one's an issue. And it is The Day of the Star Cities. These really really psychedelic cover for this one too. And we got another Lester Del Rey novel, Outposts of Jupiter. And this one looks to be a issue on his own publishing company, Del Rey Books. So, kind of fitting, isn't it? So, and next up are some much bigger paperbacks. We've got a John Saul here, Cry for the Strangers. And this one looks like an original Del issue. But happy to pick that up. And we also have a Anne Rice novel, The Mummy, or Ramses the Damned. She is probably best remembered for the novel Interview with the Vampire. So, yeah, happened to pick this one up because it was there mostly. So, and we also got a few Dean Koontz novels too. I picked up book 2 of his Frankenstein series, City of the Night. And I finally found the first novel of his Christopher Snow series, Fear Nothing. Happened to pick this one up as well. And next up is a collaboration work by Frederick Pohl and Jack Williams, and obviously this must be a second book to a series that they were working on during their time, and that is All Around a Star. Probably looks like another series. Next up, I got another Anne McCaffrey novel as well, and I've picked up Crystal, and that being Crystal Singer. Right. Yeah. And finally got around to getting this one, the first book of Larry Niven's Ringworld series, simply titled Ringworld. Happy to have picked this one up too. And finally, book number 3 of the Frankenstein series, Dead and Alive. And that, my friends, is that. I'll be leaving a link to my last video, and also the links to my most recent books, and also a link to my larger collection, available for purchase on Amazon in the description below. And to all YouTube, have a good afternoon.